गुरुदेव दया करके मुझको अपना लेना। गुरुदेव दया करके मुझको अपना लेना। मैं शरण पड़ा चरणों में जगा देना। मैं शरण पड़ा तेरी चरणों में जगा देना। चरणों में जगा देना। चरणों में जगा देना। ओ गुरुदेव दया करके मुझको अपना लेना। गुरुदेव दया करके मुझको अपना लेना। करुणा निधि नाम तेरा करुणा बरसा Yes.
By force.
Of course. Otherwise you won't sleep in the night. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gauri Chandraya Radhikaya Sadave Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvyayiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnebhyo namo namah. Ajanulambito bhujo kanakvadato sankirtanekapitro kamalayataksho vishambaro dujavaro yugadharmapalo vande jagatpriyakaro Karunayavataru Anarpitam charim chirat karunyavatin kalo Samarpetam unnatajarasam svabhakti shiyam Haripura sundarduti kadamba sandipita Sada hriday kandreshu surtavai sachinandana He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopikant Radhakant Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Thank you. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gauru Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama. Loudly. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Can you repeat this melody? Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Try. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Very good. One more time. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, now you all going to sing. You all together.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare.
Close. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Never mind. Some other time.
Music exercise, yeah. Like the music exercise needs some notes.
Never mind. So, Atyahar Prasascha Prajalpuniyam Agraha Janasangam Salolyam Cha Shadbir Bhakti Vinashati. What is that meaning?
Vinashati? That's
Destroy. What destroy bhakti? Atyahar. What is atyahar? Over collecting. And prayasascha. Prayasascha means over endeavoring. And how many kinds of prayas are there? Two. What are those two? What is Gyan prayas?
Personalism, trying to go into the void, into the merge of the Brahman.
I think no need of class, everyone knows.
But we didn't speak so much about karma.
Coming now. Yesterday we started with karma prayas. And what we heard in that? Dharma sonista pumsam vikshak senu katha suja nat pada yadi ratim sham eva hi kevalam. Means the occupational activities a devotee performs according to his or her own position are only so much useful labor or prayas if they do not provoke attraction for the Katha of Krishna. No? Everything else is then prayas, over endeavor. If by performing all activities we have not developed the greed, the taste of hearing Hari Katha, then it is over endeavoring. Now, continuing with that. Therefore, karma prayas is contrary to devotional principles in same way as jnana prayas. Karma prayas is also contrary to devotional practices. The conclusion is that karma prayas and jnana prayas are very detrimental. But a devotee who desires to properly pass his life still accepts his duties according to varnashram dharma. And as those duties are favorable to devotional service and counted as part of devotional service, one has to follow the duties of varnashram dharma, but those duties have to be favorable to devotional practice, not unfavorable to devotional practice. If it is favorable to devotional practice, then everything is justified. But if it not inclusive with devotional practice, then it is just over endeavoring. Then it comes under term and under the heading of prayas, over endeavoring. Okay. All these activities are no longer called karma. What is karma? Activities. Eating is karma. Sleeping is karma. We are sitting here is also karma. Driving is karma. No one can live without karma. But when karmas are performed with the intent of serving the Lord, then it's called karma yoga. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is not speaking about karma, whereas he is speaking about karma yoga. He is not saying to just perform karma. Because everyone has to perform karma. Even breathing is karma. Even eating is karma. Krishna in Gita spoke about karma yoga. Yoga means what?
Connection.
To connection, to join. Any activities with Krishna is karma yoga. So Krishna is saying, Yat karoshi yaj ajnashi. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you do, offer to me. Then that karma is not prayas, is not over endeavoring. Then the karma is categorized under devotional service, bhakti. Okay. To make it more simple, with one example. Simple example. Once upon a time, in one office, many employees, but right now to understand karma, gyan and bhakti. Three employees. Employee A, employee B, employee C. What is this example?
Sridhar Maharaj? Yes, I heard it from him.
Oh, sure. So, in the office, when the boss, he left his office, then employee A was provoking to employee B. Hey, listen, when my boss leaves office, I always flatter him, artificially glorify him. Sir, you are so handsome. Sir, you work so hard. Sir, you are this, you are that. I speak positive about him. Whereas I don't know anything about his nature or anything about his function. But why I say this? Because when he leaves, he feels so good, he just gives me some tip. And you know, salary, monthly salary is not enough to maintain family. So I just get tip every day from him. By just glorifying him without any relationship, without any honest appreciation to him. So you should also do like this. Employee B said, oh no, I know what you're doing, I know this, but I'm not inclined to this. I can't. I don't want these tips from him. You say, I'm just here to help you. We are getting more and more tips from him every day. Just glorify him without knowing him. He said, no, I can't do this. Okay. Then you live in poverty. What can I do? I'm here to help you. The employee B said, but my intent is something more higher than you. And what is that? I myself become a boss, want to become a boss. You're only getting some tips, but I want to take everything of the boss. So what I'm doing is, I'm getting some paperwork done by my advocate. I will put all those papers under the files where the boss sign every day. And the moment he will sign, I'll just take over everything from him. I want to become boss. The employee A say, what? You are a big cheater than me. I thought I'm the one, you are more, you are my boss. I said, okay, let us tell this to employee C. Because he's also our friend. So we should be well-wisher to him. Next day they both inspired employee C. Hey, listen. A, he glorify him without any reason and he gets some tips. And listen, B, you know what he's trying to do? He himself wants to take over the whole business by signature from his boss. So you join our party. You'll be living very happy life. And the employee C said, oh no. I have no intentions like that. I only want to serve my boss. I only want to become his servant. He's my master. Whatever he's giving according to my qualification and my understanding, that's enough for me. First deserve, then desire. This is what I deserve and I'm getting this. I don't want to become boss and I don't want to get tips from him. I'm serving him. I just want to serve him Whatever way he want to keep me, I'm happy with that. Employee said, I glorify him, I get tip every day. The B said, this is my intention to get over all his business. When three of them were speaking, the boss, who left his home keys in the office, when he left office, he left his keys and he came back to get the keys from his office and he heard three of them speaking. He heard that. So when he entered in, three of them got nervous. Oh, sir, how come you're here? I said, no, I just left my home key. Anyway, what are you all doing here? No, we're just discussing how we can serve you more and promote your business. Oh, well done. Anyway, I'm just here to get my home keys. So he got his home key and he told the employee, see, come and see me at home tonight. Let's have dinner together. I have some projects I want to assign to you. He said, yes, sir. So employee C came in his home and they were taking dinner. So the boss said, today was an eye-opening for me because I heard three of you speaking. He got nervous. Sir, it's not my mistake. It's not my mistake. I don't want anything from you. He said, relax. I just heard what A was speaking. I heard what B was speaking. I also heard you speaking. That A is a cheater. He's just artificially glorifying me. And what to speak of B? My goodness, he just wants to take over everything. But only I found you very honest and sincere. So, what I concluded today is, I'm getting old. I want to hand over all my business to you. All profits to you. I have enough for my life. And he was in tears. No, sir. I don't want your business. I'm very much happy whatever you're giving me. It's enough for me and my family. I have no any interest to become a high profile, a big businessman. I'm very happy with simple. He said, that's why I want to give everything to you. Because you have no interest to enjoy. So therefore, come tomorrow and I want to sign all paper on your name. You're going to get all my business. And next day, this is what happened in the office. He called upon all employees and said, from today on, he's going to be your boss. And A and B are looking, what? What happened overnight? How he can become boss? So the moral of this story is, who's employee A and who's B and who's C? Employee A is a person who are karmis. What karmis do? They go to temple and for the sake of getting their desires fulfilled, they just artificially glorify Lord. Oh, you're the Lord of universe. You're the Lord of my heart. I belong to you. You belong to me. But why saying this? He has no relationship with Lord. He just wants some tips from him. Because he approached in a temple, he approached the Lord for some basics, some little tips. His understanding is very narrow and very gross. He just only wants some desires to get fulfilled. And what are those desires? Bhakti, enjoying the material world. That's all. No further understanding. Then employee B. What was his intent?
Become the boss.
Take over.
They are Gyanis who want to become the Lord. Aham Brahmasmi.
Right.
Tattvamasi. Prajnanam Brahma. I want to become Lord. Brahmasmi what? Means what? Brahmasmi? I am? Yes. I am the Lord. They want to become Brahman. But employees see, you only want to serve the Lord. And they are the servants of the Lord. Only want to become servant without any condition. You want to make me happy, you want to make me unhappy, I'm not going to object in any of that. In whatever situation, Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tohar, nitya das prati tuha adhikar. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is teaching us, O Krishna, Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tohar. If you want to kill me, or if you want to survive me, nourish me, give affection to me, I am your Nitya Das, internal servant. You have all rights on me. So devotee is the one who gives all his rights to the Lord. In whatever way you want to make me dance, I am there for you. If you are happy giving me sufferings, and just for the sake of your happiness, I am ready to suffer. If you want to make me happy, by giving me something, it's all your desires. I'm not asking anything, I'm not objecting anything. Everything is yours, I'm yours, and you are mine. This comes with the relationship. And if a servant, a das, if he keeps this mood, what Krishna gives? Everything to him. Now you're going to hold all my possessions. Means the 6 opulences of the Lord. Aishwarasya, Samagrasya, Virasya, Yasasya, Gyan, Vairagya. Krishna wants his servants, his das, to see his all opulence, to relish his all opulence. They are the one, karmis and jnanis, they can't understand the opulence of the Lord. They can't understand his beauty. They can't understand his knowledge and renunciation. But only the das, the servants, only they can taste and relish the sweetness of the Lord. Because of their unconditional surrender, they don't want anything. And if Krishna wants to give them, they said, whatever you desire, but if you ask my choice, I only want what? I serve you every day. Where is my salary? Nothing is free, right? If you work, if you serve someone, you have to pay that person. So when Krishna asks the devotee, what do you want? Can I give you? He said, no, I serve you, so my right to ask whatever I want from you. You have no right. Because you will be cheating me by giving some material enjoyment. You can cheat me by giving me liberation, or take salokya, take shashtis, take samupya, any muktis, any liberations. I don't want. So I will ask with my choice, not with your choice. A devotee keeps that attitude and keeps that rights on the Lord. I can ask whatever I want. Okay, Krishna. Krishna said, go ahead, what do you want? Tell me. Sometimes a rich person, when he gets so pleased to someone, he just sign a blank check. So blank check, fill whatever amount you want. I have enough. Krishna sign a blank check. Fill in it, whatever you want, as much as you want. Then devotee feels, okay, now is my time to fill the amount. And what he asked? Prem dhan vina vyarth daridra jivan das kori vetan mor deha prema dhan. This is the amount a devotee is writing in the column. Amount. How can this big sentence can come in a small box? But if you see a check, there's a box where you write the numbers, and there's a line where you write in English, $40,000 only, or 40,000 only. So in that big line, write, Prem dhan vina vyarth daridra jivan, das kori vetan mor deha prem dhan. Big line, huh? What is the meaning? Manman bro?
I don't know the whole meaning, but essentially the wages is prem. He wants prem as his salary.
The devotee is saying, Prem dhan vina. Without getting your loving service, this life is poverty stricken. Even though one is billionaire or trillionaire, this life is poverty stricken. There's nothing. Poor beggar. We think one who is having so much dollars, so much money, he is wealthy. Of course he is wealthy. He has so much money. He can buy whatever he wants. But from the material perspective, he is wealthy. But there is other perspective also. From spiritual perspective, he is very poor. Very poor. And from devotees, even if it is brahmachari, grastha, vanprastha or sannyasi, he's just living very simple, humble life, earning something and maintaining family, don't have much, no much savings, not extra something. Looks like, oh, he's a hand to mouth, poor person. Yes, there are always two prospects, I said. From material point of view, may look like, appear like he's poor. From spiritual point of view, very rich. Very rich. So there's always two prospects, from material and from spiritual. If we see and vision from the material perspective, the person can be very rich. But from the spiritual perspective, ask from the spiritual people, they will say, there's no one more poor than you. Understand? So there's another wealth. This wealth we understand. Dollars. In God we trust. In God we trust. You're keeping so much trust in your pocket, but you don't trust God. What a dilemma. You're keeping a stack of dollars in your pocket where it's written, in God we trust, but you don't trust God. And you're not even God conscious. But you're using that, in God we trust. You're using that trust, but you have no trust. So most poor person in the street, beggar. And begging for what? Begging for name and fame in the society. You know? Just I want to show my fellow friends, my society members that, you know, I'm a big donor, I'm a rich, I'm this and that. That's all. People say, yes, very good, you are this, you are that. See from the perspective of spiritual people. And from spiritual people, you are zero. Because the spiritual wealth is how much you are chanting every day. Lakpati. Lakpati means millionaire. 100,000. Lakpati. Those who are, we can say in our American language, millionaires. Mahaprabhu told, you know, this past time, Mahaprabhu told, I only want to eat from the hands of Lakpati, millionaire. Devotees got confused. Mahaprabhu is so calculative and is calculating the wealth. He is calculating the wealth. He only wants to eat from the rich people's hands. But that was not the intent of Mahaprabhu saying this. Mahaprabhu said Lakpati means Millionaire means one who chant million naam, million holy name. So what is the wealth from spiritual prospect? From Mahaprabhu's vision, the wealth of chanting. As much as you're chanting, as much dedication you have, you are rich and wealthy. So who's rich and wealthy? Who can be more rich than Srila Prabhupada? Who can be more rich than Srila Gurudev? Who can be more rich than Guru Parampara, all our acharyas? What is the wealth they have? Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomar shakti ache. Ami to kangal, Krishna Krishna bole, dhai tava pache pache. You know this bhajan, yes? Who's writing this? Who's the writer? Okay, what is the meaning?
Krishna say Tamar, Krishna is yours. Krishna did they borrow.
You can get
You can give Krishna. Tamar, you have it.
Who's saying to whom?
Bhaktivinoda Thakur's, right?
Bhakti Thakur is writing, but who's addressing to whom?
Someone who wants bhakti is addressing someone who has bhakti.
Someone who wants bhakti, addressing to those who are wealthy in bhakti. Krishna is yours. You can give Krishna to me, and I'm just beggar running after you, calling out Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. I was in New York and we had one program and Maharaj, Buddhan Maharaj was there. He was describing one pastime. There's a rich person in city Calcutta. He's a big business. He sells tires. Okay. Very rich. When he come across to some Gaudiya Vaishnava devotees and Srila Prabhupada's Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur disciple, Sri Bhagavad Maharaj, when he heard his Hari Katha, he was so impressed. And after he got that feelings, he approached him asking for initiation. You know? And Maharaj gave him initiation. And then he said, how can I serve you? You know, this is what one should ask. How can I serve you? So he was expecting that Maharaj will tell me, I have a big projects, so please contribute something. You are rich. The only riches you have is your wealth. So use that wealth in the service of Krishna. He was expecting this. But immediately Maharaj told him, if you ask me what service I can give you, then take this broom and from tomorrow come every day in the center and clean the toilets. I want this service from you. Clean toilets. A rich guy who has 10,000 employees. 10,000 employees in his factories. He's cleaning bathroom toilets. And after cleaning that, when he came out, he said, what a pleasure. What a bliss. He said, when I'm in office with AC office and many employees working under me and I'm seeing my graph, how my income and profit going high, although I feel pleasure, but I never got this kind of pleasure in my life after cleaning the toilets in the center where devotees pass to. He said it's indescribable. I can't even describe that. You know? So he became wealthy from both perspectives. His business is high, he's earning a lot, giving employment to 10,000 people, not less. And also he's rich in spiritual life. So from both angles, from both vision, rich. We have to be rich focus on riches of spiritual life. Materially, if you are rich or not, doesn't matter. Everything going to be zero one day. Everything. We have ego that this my body is so beautiful. I'm very handsome, I'm very beautiful. But after 80 years, 90 years, this body is going to turn to ashes. Just handful of ashes. There was one Prabhu who used to come my programs in New York. Parmanand Prabhu. Saffron cloths, brahmachari from Gurudev. But then he got some issues, health issues. And gradually his health was going down. And one day he left this world. He passed. I didn't know that. But later on I came to know from Bhumipati Prabhu from New York, very senior Prabhupada disciple. And he was requesting me, Maharaj, you know, this Prabhu left his body. We did his cremation and there's some ashes. We're still holding those ashes. It's been months now. There's no one willing to take ashes to India and throw in the holy river Ganges. You know, that's tradition, that's very auspicious. The ashes touching the holy river Ganga, immediately the person get high destination. There's a story, a true story in Puranas. Once, what is the significance of a person when he dies and his last rites, rituals done on the bank of Ganga, the holy river Ganges, and if the ashes been thrown in the Ganges, you know. In India, everyone is familiar with this. Yes, Sushil? And everyone does this in India. So what happened once upon a time, a deer was drinking Ganga water, but a hunter was targeting that deer, and hunter, he shoot arrow and deer died. The hunter took the musk. Where's the musk? In the navel of the deer. And sell that musk in the market. Because this is why he was killing deer. To get the musk and sell in the market. So there are many varieties and many qualities of musk for many deer. Now the queen of that territory, she sent her maid servants to buy musk for me. I want to decorate my body. Like perfume, musk, right? So the maid servants randomly, they purchased that musk from that deer who got killed by a hunter who just drank Ganga water. Now she put that perfume on her body and she went to take bath in Ganga. The body of deer was just lying on the ground because he died. But immediately when she, the queen, entered the Ganga water, you know, the musk which was on her body touched the Ganga water. The deer who was lying dead there, he went to Vaikuntha. Just with the touch of the Ganga water. He went to Vaikuntha. Not that deer was in the water, Ganga water, but the portion, the part of the deer was musk was smeared on the body of that queen. And she took bath in the Ganga water and the deer got delivered. So there are many glories. I'm just speaking one few words about this, but there are many details in that. Anyhow, so he told me to take these ashes. He requested me, I said, Prabhu, I never done this. It's so much formality. I said, I've completed all formalities, all government formalities. No one's going to harm you. Everything is stamped by municipality. So I took that, Mayapur, this year, at the time of Parikrama, I opened that and I put that ashes in Ganga. And I was thinking, while I was doing this, whose ashes? The Prabhu, the Brahmachari, he was having like 5.8, that was his height. And if I see him, if I remember him, he used to sit on the chair and hear Hari Katha. That big body is turned to what? Ashes, which I am throwing in the Ganga. And one day, all of us going to become this handful of ashes. And not one of your penny we're going to help you. Gurudev used to say, at the time of dying, if you tell the doctor, I can give you, sign a check, $2 million, can you grant me 5 minutes more, my life, 5 minutes more? Doctor cannot help you. Not even 3 million, 4 million or 10 million. He's not going to help you. So one day everyone going to turn to ashes. And we are saving and saving and saving, and for this, for that, for that, for that, for that. You know? This is for those who only think material wealth is actually wealth. You know? But not one penny, not single wealth going to help us or going to go with us. But another wealth going to go with us. Another wealth makes us wealthy. And what is that wealth? Chanting. As much services, as much chanting we have done throughout our life, one can become billionaire, millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. Accordingly, how much we are chanting every day. Billionaire and trillionaire. Mahaprabhu was getting warm welcome and hosting from so many householders. Every day. Mahaprabhu said, no, I only want to eat from the hands of those who have wealth. Lakpati means 100,000. Those who are earning 100,000. 6 figures. And devotees surprisingly asking, what happened to Mahaprabhu? Why is concerned about this wealth? The later they came to know it's not about dollars or rupees. It's about one who's chanting 100,000 holy name. I'm going to go in their house for eating. So everyone started chanting then. Again, he was getting so many invitations. See? So there is material wealth and there is a spiritual wealth. Maybe you're materially very rich, but how about spiritual wealth? You're very poor. But devotees, they're very wealthy from materially and from spiritual prospect. Yes. There are many devotees who serve the mission of Mahaprabhu. They're rich from both prospects. What is the harm in that? No harm. Making this life successful and upcoming life also successful. Or who knows, this is going to be the last life. Back to Krishna. Detour. Prabhu is so rich, materially and spiritually both. Chanting every day. And I see many devotees, rich devotees, from material perspective I'm saying. But they're also spiritually so rich. They read Bhagavatam, they hear lectures, they serve Thakurji, and they chant. They learn verses so much. What's harm? What's wrong in that? So, anything which is, any karma, any activities which are surrendered to Krishna is termed under devotional service. But if it is only a karma, then it's karma prayas. That's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying. Manas deha geha jo kichu mor arpilu tua pade nanda kishore. Oh Krishna, whatever I have, my mind, my words, my body, I surrender unto you. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomar shakati aaj. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing this. We just heard the meaning. Krishna is yours, and I'm beggar running after you to get this wealth of Krishna from you. Right? Why Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote this line? Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj is writing in his book. At that time, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was visualizing one scene, meditating on one scene. And the scene is, which is happening at Kurukshetra. How many have been to Kurukshetra? Show your hands. Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra. He lives in Kurukshetra. Recently I was there. Prabhu was also with me in Kurukshetra. There is a place where Bhishma, grandsire Bhishma, he was lying on the bed of arrows, not on a soft bed, Dunlop or cotton bed, the bed of arrows. Can you sleep on the bed of arrows? Bed of thorns? He's just lying there for so many days. Why? That Bhishma who got the boon from his father, Ichha Mrityu, means you can leave your body whenever you wish. Death cannot touch you. Yes? How powerful is Bhishma? He can leave his body whenever he wants, as his wish. And he's lying on the bed of arrows for so many days. Why? Why is suffering there? Not one or two. From head to toe, all body pierced with arrows, and is lying on the bed of arrows.
He wait in a special day, yes. Then it's that's why he it was not right to leave body in because of he wait a special time and this constellation. I don't know how to say it.
Yes, Prabhu, you just heard.
No, that's right, yeah. He was.
Uttarayana, he was
Waiting for
he
Krishna
was
to come.
waiting for Krishna to give instruction
Nice.
not to somebody that was coming. Maybe what king was it?
He wanted to leave his body.
What Swati said? Waiting for?
Uttarayana, he was waiting for
What is Uttarayana?
when the sun goes into the northern, changes direction.
That's what? Yeah. That's,
But also named
But
for Krishna. But I
That's
don't
also
remember
named
why.
for Krishna.
But isn't it he wanted to have vision of Krishna while he was leaving? He wanted to see Krishna. He wanted to.
That is a secret.
He wanted
He saw the
He was waiting for Uttarayana when the sun changed his course.
yes. Sun.
Because anyone who leaves body in that period goes very high destination. But Bhishma was not waiting for the sun changing his course.
Wanted to see the Pandavas win.
He was waiting for Uttarayana. Uttarayana is the other name of Krishna.
Because he saved the womb of Uttara.
When he entered in the womb of Krishna, Uttara, he got this name Uttarayana. And Bhishma was waiting for Uttarayana. That we understand. He was waiting for instructions. But the point is, the important point is waiting for Uttarayana to come. What is Uttarayana?
Krishna who
Krishna
saved
saved Parikshit.
No. Uttarayana is a word when the sun changes course. There's a general meaning. But another name of Krishna is also Uttarayana because he entered in the womb of Mother Uttara to save Parikshit Maharaj. And because he entered in the womb of Uttara, he got this name Uttarayana. So Bhishma was waiting for Uttarayana to come, means Krishna to come, not the change of course of sun to come. That's the details. When Krishna was there, all Pandavas were also there. And Bhishma saw Arjun standing next to Krishna. In that moment, Bhishma said, "Oh Arjun, Krishna is your wealth. I have seen on the battlefield. That Lord, that Prabhu who is the Lord of Lords, he is driving your chariot. So Krishna is your wealth. And you see, I am beggar. I have no Krishna. Arjun, can you give this Krishna to me? That Krishna who is your wealth. Can you give this Krishna to me?" You know, that's the nature of devotee. They have everything, but they want more. As a material person also, more. So why devotees left it behind? They also want more and more and more. What they want more and more? Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna is endless. You can't measure the length and breadth of the ocean and the depth of the ocean. But even if some device you can measure, but you can't measure Krishna. Even though Bhishma also loves Krishna and Krishna loves Bhishma. A very rustic commentary by Vishnu Chakra Thakur. So difficult to even say in the audience. Bhishma got pierced with those arrows and blood was oozing from the wounds. How we can say Krishna loves Bhishma and Bhishma loves Krishna?
Because Krishna was in the mood of, he wanted that fight, so because he was, Bhishma was a Kshatriya, for him all the arrows of Krishna were like flowers, like Krishna's mercy, connection.
Yes. So it's,
I don't know if this is at the topic you were going to say, but Draupadi also came, and she was the only one who kind of like smiled when Bhishma was speaking sincerely suddenly. And she said, when you were there in a gambling place, then you didn't object when they tried to take my clothes away. So now what happened to Bhishma, his contaminated blood was gone. That's one thing. And he understood clearly.
the devotees, they always keep a very humble mood. Even though they have Krishna, they keep Krishna hide and they say we don't have. Just like sometimes devotees, they go around on Janmashtami for celebrating Janmashtami, they go to rich people and say, hey, you have so much business, can't you give something for Janmashtami? Oh, we don't have. They say we don't have. My goodness, you have such a big business. No, we don't have. Similarly, devotees, not with that mood, but with a very humble mood. They have Krishna, but they don't show the object of their love, which is hidden in the core of their heart. They don't show we have Krishna. They want more Krishna. They want more Krishna. Not out of greed, but out of humility. A materialistic person, he do this activity out of greed. He want to save his wealth. Don't want to engage in the service of Krishna. But when a devotee expresses this, that I don't have Krishna and I want Krishna from you, this is humility. This is humility. So, Bhishma is one of the 12 Mahajans, 12 pure devotees. Who are those 12 devotees? Swayambhu, Narad, Shambhu, Kumar, Kapilo, Manu, Prahlad, Janaka, Bhishma, Bali, Vayasaki Vayam means Yamaraj. 12 pure devotees. And one of them is Bhishma. So what Bhishma expressed to Draupadi when he was on the bed of arrows, he said, Draupadi, I'm getting reactions because I was not there to help you and save you. You see, because I've eaten the grains and the food of Duryodhana, and that's why I'm getting reactions. But don't judge a devotee with his words. They always speak the words of humility, showing that I'm materialistic, I'm not a devotee. Bhishma is so glorious and so much in love with the Krishna. And Krishna is so much in love with Bhishma. When Bhishma is expressing this, this is humility. Just like Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who is writing Chaitanya Charitamrita, when he's expressing his identity, how he's writing? What is writing? I'm more lowly than a worm in a stool. I'm more sinful than a Jagai and Madai. More naam jai, sune jai, tar punya khai. Anyone who hears my name, all his pious activities goes in vain. Anyone who utters my name incurs sinful reactions. I'm so lowly and degraded. So will you believe his words? Similarly, Bhishma, he's also saying, oh Draupadi, I'm suffering because of this. But did Draupadi said, yes, of course. Oh no, grandsire Bhishma. No. There's the humility of Vaishnavas. They don't show they have love for Krishna. If that's the case, then question arises, why Bhishma was not taking the side of Arjun as Vibhishan, the brother of Ravan, he immediately left his brother. And he took the side of Ram instead of his brother, Vibhishan, right? Ravan. Bhishma could have also given up the association of Duryodhana and joined Arjun, whereas he never did this. He wasn't. Why? First of all, there is prime reason and there is secondary reason. One reason is Bhishma was so much attached to that throne which he gave promise to his ancestors, his father. No matter what happened, I will not sit on this throne as a king, and I'll always be a servant to this throne. Whoever sitting on this throne, it's going to be my prime duty to serve that person. I will not care for any other prospect. That was his promise. But there is another case. Bhishma was thinking, if I take the side of Arjun, Arjun is going to make me commander-in-chief because I am the senior most. So like in a battle, there are two sides. One army, other army. If Arjun is going to make me commander-in-chief, I am going to be in the front all the time. And what I am going to see all day, these demons. Shakuni, Duryodhana, Dushasan, all this Karna, all these demons. I'm going to see them all day. And my back will be towards Krishna and Arjun. What is the use of me becoming commander-in-chief if my back is towards the Lord? What is the use? Rather, I choose the opposite party, in which my back will be towards these demons. I'm not going to see them all day. Even though I'm in their party, what I'm going to see all day? I'm going to see my Lord. And I'm going to see his devotee Arjun. And I'm going to see his affection. How, being Supreme Lord, he's carrying the reins of the horses in his hands. His hands, which are so soft like a lotus, and he's carrying the reins of the horses, showing Bhakt Vatsalata, affection to his devotees. Let me adore this, rather than seeing them. That was the mood. So it's very difficult to understand the mood of devotees. It's not easy. That's why. And then another question comes that then why he make the promise of Krishna broke? Krishna took a promise, I'm not going to hold any weapon. And Bhishma said, I'll not be the son of my father if I'm not able to make hold weapon in your hands. Your promise and I also take a promise. So what happened then? Krishna and Arjuna on the chariot, and Bhishma is shooting arrows like showers. Thousands, 10,000, 20,000 in 1 minute. And Arjuna and Krishna fell from the chariot. Krishna took the wheel to kill Bhishma. So, someone can say, Bhishma is not right. Bhishma is not, because he defamed Krishna, that Krishna is not holding his promise. He said, I'm not going to hold a weapon, and now he's holding this weapon. That means what everyone is going to see. And everyone going to blame Krishna or defame him. That you don't keep promise, we don't trust you anymore. Is that the mood of Bhishma?
No.
Then why he did this?
To show that Krishna will break his promise in order to keep the promise of the devotee.
Because he wants
But an ordinary person can't understand that.
Too bad.
What if you want?
There were so many kings on the battlefield, they're not devotees. They won't understand this loving reciprocation.
So they'll have to
because
use his
Krishna
life.
always protect his devotee.
That's what I'm saying. Kings will not going to understand this. Entire world is watching this match, this battle. How are they going to understand this?
So why would he want to see that? What?
Yes, he want everyone to see.
He wanted people to see
They want people to see this. Why?
out of compassion.
Now listen. Krishna was holding the reins of the horses and become a driver of Arjuna. And this is what the whole world was watching. Atheists, non-devotees, demons. Those who don't understand what Prabhu said, affection to devotees, they don't understand this point. So what they're going to see? Krishna is not supreme. Krishna is not supreme. Otherwise, he's just a driver. And Bhishma want to make everyone see that's not the actual identity of my Lord, that is a driver. The actual identity of Lord is when he holds a chakra in his hands.
Oh my God.
That is identity. I want to make everyone see this. Because the glories of my Lord is minimized because of his affection nature to his devotees. But I want to explore this. I want to make everyone see this. His actual identity is when he holds a weapon, like a chakra, a wheel, like a sudarshan in his hands. So the activities of Bhishma is to glorify Krishna, not to defame him. And then what result he got? Arrows. Krishna provoked Arjuna, shoot to Bhishma. And Arjuna, tears in his eyes, shivering, lamenting, trembling. What? Bhishma is my uncle. He gave so much affection to me. Arjuna, shoot arrows. And because Arjuna already said this, Shishyaste ham shadi mam tam parpannam. Krishna, I'm so confused. I'm your disciple. Whatever you say, I will do that. So I'm saying this, Krishna saying, I'm saying this, shoot arrows. Whatever Krishna says is truth or not. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
He is the all truth one. Can he do anything religious? Can he? He is Supreme Lord.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He cannot do anything religious. Arjun is totally surrendered. No one is as much surrendered to Krishna as Arjun is. Even Yudhishthir is not surrendered. How?
Because he didn't want to lie.
Oh.
Because he didn't lie.
Yeah.
Even Krishna told him to lie.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You know? Because of what? Dronacharya, who's the guru of Arjun, was getting so difficult to kill him. Dronacharya. And Krishna told Arjun, shoot arrows. He says, he's my Gurudev. I'm telling this. But it was so difficult to kill Dronacharya. There's only one way. Make him weak. And how he can become weak? If he hears his son died. Ashwathama died. But who's going to claim that? Krishna told Yudhishthir, everyone believes you because you are Dharmaraj. You know, who's Yudhishthir Maharaj? Is Yamaraj. Vidura and Yudhishthir, both, they are Yamaraj because of one curse. Because of one curse, they both became Yudhishthir and Vidur, Yamaraj. So Yudhishthir, Krishna, I cannot tell lie. Krishna said, announce everywhere, Ashwathama died. I can't say this. He's following the principles. He's so much attached to those principles. As we were hearing, Niyam Agraha, too much adherence. If Krishna is ordering, what is there to refuse and refute him? Krishna told, Yudhishthira said, I can't lie. Krishna said, okay. Then he told Bhima, Bhim, you announce. Ashwathama died. There's an elephant whose name is Ashwathama. Take this club and hit that elephant and declare Ashwathama died. Ashwathama died. Not boy, but elephant. Slowly. Krishna is so tricky, huh? Announce Ashwathama died. Not human, but elephant. And hearing this Ashwathama died, Dronacharya felt so weak. And Arjun got this opportunity and shoot arrows. So he got victory. Mahabharata is full of these details. Full of these details.
But why Dronacharya becomes on another side, like protect, not their disciples?
I have to speak all Mahabharata then.
No, but it's also interesting.
I'm just coming out of an important point.
Yeah.
Otherwise, so many details. So anyway, who was Vidura and Yudhishthir? Yamaraj.
This like expansion? Or
Curse. Who is Yamaraj?
who is Dharmaraj? Who is
Dharmaraj was here yesterday.
no,
Okay, next time. Anyhow, so this Arjun, Krishna told Yudhishthir to follow what I am saying. He was reluctant. He didn't follow. But Krishna told Arjun, in the beginning he was a little nervous. I don't want to shoot arrows to my relatives, to my friends, my brothers. Krishna said, I'm saying this. Then he started following exactly what Krishna said. That's why Arjun is so dear to Krishna than anybody else. Priyasmami, you are most dear to me. That's why I'm giving you confidential knowledge. Man mana mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. I'm giving you this confidential knowledge because you're very near and dear to me. So Arjun shoot arrows, and Arjun shoot arrows on Bhishma. And Bhishma got wounded with those arrows, lying on the bed of arrows. Wounded. This is a, what do you call? A journal idea. But then Vishnu Chakra Thakur, he give commentaries. It's so difficult to say. You know, what are those arrows? It's so difficult to say. Just in one line, quickly. Because people might think Arjun did wrong, Krishna did wrong. So Vishnu Chakra Thakur Acharya is describing this is like a sportive pastime of loved and beloved. This is like a sportive, amorous pastime of a loved and beloved. That's all. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Can't elaborate on that. So our acharyas, they have very deep commentaries. Very deep commentaries. Otherwise, we just be floating on the ocean. We can't go deep into that if we don't hear or read the commentaries of our acharyas. If we see from their angle, from their vision, then we get to know the complete story. Otherwise, it will just remain incomplete or a confusion in the head. Why Arjun did this? Why Bhishma did this? Like Yudhishthir Maharaj, he play what? Dice game. Dice? Is it? Gambling. My goodness. Yudhishthir being a pure devotee and his Dharmaraj, his Yamraj, he's playing gambling? Why? Devotees never play gambling. They play gamble? Why Yudhishthir was doing this? Answer?
Actually, maybe because of...
He cannot refuse. He cannot refuse.
Yes, one of the reason is, yes, Mataji is very learned.
Yeah, like Kshatriyas have that nature.
Kshatriyas have that nature, they can't refuse. That's why his name is Yudhishthir. Yudh means a battle and Sthir means one who's fixed. So as a Kshatriya, he can't refuse any challenge, no matter if it's dice gambling or if it's a war. They can't refuse that. That's their strong nature. Kshatriya. But even though he can't refuse, there was other means he could have twisted that and not play gambling. Srila Bhakti Thakur explains, and Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, Yudhishthir was thinking, I am elder brother of Krishna, cousin, and Krishna always pay obeisances to me. So Krishna always paying obeisances to Yudhishthir and Bhima. They are senior to Krishna, being cousin. And Arjun was equal. So Krishna used to embrace Arjun. And Nakulan and Sadev, they were younger. So they paying obeisances to Krishna. Now, among the 5 Pandavas, there's different relationships. So Krishna is paying obeisances to Yudhishthir, and Yudhishthir became so famous everywhere. Why famous? Because Narad came in the palace of Yudhishthir Maharaj and he told Yudhishthir, you're getting so famous everywhere, and you know why? He said, Naraji, is it true? I'm getting famous? Yes, the whole world is speaking about you. I go everywhere and I'm hearing this. Because you performed Rasu Yagya. Now you are so famous, an emperor. And you are famous because that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Par Brahm, is stay in your palace, being your younger brother. Yudhishthira Maharaj said, what's the big deal about this? Krishna is my brother. If he stay in my palace, what's wrong in that? He said, no, I'm not saying wrong. Oh, come with me. Narad, Shri Narad, he took Yudhishthira Maharaj and opened the window. He said, can you see this line? So many stages were standing in one queue. You know why they are lined up here? Yudhishthira said, maybe one of my brother is giving some blanket or some charity and they're standing in line to get something. Narada said, no. You know why they're standing here? To see one vision of Krishna. Just to see one sight of Krishna. They stand all day here in line. Maybe Krishna can come any minute out from the palace and we get to see Krishna 1 second to have darshan of Krishna. And that Krishna is in your palace and you ordering Krishna. Yudhishthira Maharaj used to order Krishna. Krishna, do this. Krishna, can you do this? That's why Yudhishthira, you're so glorious. You know? Yudhishthira Maharaj became so shy and embarrassed. Oh no, Narad, no. Narad said, I spoke Hari Katha to you. Where is my donation? After Hari Katha, you have to give donation. Where is my donation? Yudhishthira Maharaj said, whatever you want. Narad said, okay, then tell Krishna to come here and order him to place his hands on my head. This is a donation I want. Yudhishthira said, what's the big deal in that? Just in a minute. Krishna, please, can you come here? And Krishna came. Yes. Placed your hands on the head of Narad. Krishna kept the hand on the head of Narad. And Narad got all transcendental emotions. Tears from his eyes. Foam from his mouth. Hair stand on end. All transcendental emotions. And he's dancing in ecstasy. I got a touch of the Lord. I got a touch of Krishna. I got a touch of Krishna. He started dancing. And Yudhishthira Maharaj wondering, what? I sleep with Krishna. You know, Krishna used to sleep with Yudhishthira, embracing each other. They used to eat together. They used to sit together, speak together, sleep together in the same bed. Yudhishthira said, I never got this kind of transcendental emotions. Just with one touch on the head, Narad is dancing in ecstasy. That means he is more superior than me. Then why Narad is glorifying me? I am getting so famous. So therefore, I want to make myself humble. And therefore, when in the assembly, Duryodhan challenged Yudhishthira, come and play gambling with us. Yudhishthira Maharaj thought, there's a good time to stop my glories. I don't want to get glorious. I want people should take me very simple and ordinary person. So he involved in gambling and dice. I don't want any glorification. I don't want any praise. People should say Yudhishthira is not good. He involved in gambling. And he lost everything. And this is what happens when you get involved in gambling. You lose everything. I don't want any praise. So the pure devotees, they always run away from praise. And those not in pure nature, they run after praise. Yudhishthira being in such high level, he wants to run away from that praise. So he involved in gambling, keeping himself such a humble position. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharti Gosai Maharaj, he used to tell us this. That's why intentionally he involved in gambling. He don't want any praise. Just like Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj. Who's Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj? Who's disciple? Who's Guru? Who's Guru?
Oh.
You.
I don't know.
What you don't know? What you know then?
Zero. I don't know anything.
Look at
That's
all-
why I'm there.
Look at the altar behind.
Look at the
you.
altar. Who's Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj is Gurudev of?
I don't
Okay, who's there? Who's in the first?
Krishna,
know. Подожди.
Quickly. Who is the first one?
next to you, with white hair.
He is Gurudeva Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj. Right? What he used to do?
Gaurang,
He used to spread what?
hide in the bathroom,
Huh?
hide in the toilet area.
Also,
Spread fish bones.
he used to spread fish bones outside his cottage. So that no one should come and disturb me thinking I'm a pure devotee. They should think I'm just a fake. I'm just cheating people. I'm posing myself. I'm sadhu, but I eat fish. And that's why he used to intentionally spreading those fish bones. No. Because he don't want to get praise. This is a very special mood of a devotee. They always want to keep themselves unknown, unseen. Keep themselves very humble. Similarly, Yudhishthir Maharaj also. That's why he got involved in that gambling, dice game with Duryodhana. And similarly, Bhishma Pitama, keeping himself so humble. Oh Draupadi, this happened because of me, and I'm getting reactions for this. Don't trust his words. This is humility. You know? So following the Acharyas and the commentaries of Acharyas, we get to know so much insight of the pastimes of Krishna and also Mahabharata, and also about Krishna Leela and Ram Leela and Gaur Leela. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So Gyan Prayas and Karma Prayas. Both are unfavorable to Bhakti. We're not finished yet. Tomorrow going to be last class. Day after tomorrow, heading to Seattle. And I don't know what they demand from me. What series of lecture I have to speak there, I don't know yet. So let's see. But tomorrow we're going to finish Prayasascha. Atyahar Prayasas. And when I come again, next visit to Eugene, please remind me that I have to continue after this.
You mean
Manmohan
with verse,
Prabhu.
with verse 8.
Huh?
With verse 8.
Verse 8.
Yes. We'll remind you where you left off.
No, you please remind me because I forget. So Atyahar Prayasascha. We going to finish this tomorrow, finally. I'll try my best to finish this by tomorrow. And next time when I come, please remind me. I have to start from Prajalpo Niyamagraha and then the next visit, Jan Sangas Shalolyam Cha. Let's see how it goes. Nothing is planned. I don't plan anything. Go very spontaneous. Spontaneous is best. I don't plan any class or any lecture. It goes with the flow. Okay. So Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyayavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnebhyo Namo Namaha Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki. What is the meaning of Sumedasa? You're very intelligent. You know all the terminology.
No, I don't.
What's the meaning of Sumedasa?
I know that one. I tried to memorize that verse once. One of the few
What is that
times.
verse?
Yeah,
Who is the most intelligent person in this Kali Yuga?
the one who
Einstein?
Lord Chaitanya.
No, who follows Lord Chaitanya and chants the holy name.
She's right.
I tried to memorize that verse once.
From Bhagavatam.
I didn't even know.
Krishna Varnam Atusha Krishnam Sango Vang Hars Ashadam Yagya Sankirtan Prayai Yajanti Hi Sumedasa. Translation? Swati Didi.
No.
Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead. You know, I don't want exact word to word, but just the essence of it.
The most intelligent person is the one who takes shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
The most intelligent person in this age, Iron Age, Kali Yuga, is one who worships Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose complexion is not blackish complexion, but one whose complexion is non-blackish, means golden complexion. And one who,
he's with his associates.
when he's with associates, right. Exactly. And the best way to serve him is to take shelter of the names which Mahaprabhu used to utter. What's those names? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. So repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. My God, 96%.
I only do it because you guys have it right, and I'm just
96%.
You live the wax out of it.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Loud, Lochna. This was 100%. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
100 out of 100. Very good. Clapping for yourself. Okay, see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.